You're watching a State of Play, a quick fire roundup of all things Irish football and beyond. Coming up, Lee Carsley, he's still the boy for the FAI. They're not giving up in Abbottstown. It's deadline day, and we have the very latest in Irish transfer news. And the FAI have honoured Charlie O'Leary on his 100th birthday. All this and more coming up on a State of Play. David Dunn here, flying solo. You're very welcome to another edition of the State of Play. And of course, if you like what you hear and you love what you see, you can hit that subscribe button. You can hit the QR code, which I think is on the episode art. Head over to our Twitter, our Instagram, and our Facebook. And if you want an opinion, head over to thegreennmachinepodcast.com. That is thegreennmachinepodcast.com. We have a great team of writers. We got Bill from Irish Football Blog. We have Conor from Republic of Ireland Player Tracker. We have our very own Nick. We got James. Even I throw me odd little sonnet in there every now and again. That is thegreennmachinepodcast.com. It will be changing to Lens and Roar. Easy for me to say .ie. Not just yet, but very soon. But anyway, that's enough with all the shameless plugging that we do here. So we said at the top of the podcast that, well, the FAI still want Carsley. In fact, they feel very confident of getting Lee Carsley. Well, it's not as straightforward as that. There are mixed reports coming out in the media. On one hand, you have in the Irish Examiner and the Independent basically saying, and actually there's a quote from John Fallon, the Examiner, saying, and I've got it here, at this stage, it's a case of when and not if. That's from John Fallon. So he's probably paraphrasing there, or he's got a quote maybe from somebody, I don't know. But that's pretty much the feeling from the Independent and the Examiner. And then you have, I think the Daily Star have come out and said that, well, basically, he's told people closest to him it's not happening. Jason McAteer came out and said on beIN Sports, he said he doesn't feel like he does talk to him and he doesn't reckon he's going to take it, or he reckons he's not going to take it. That was on beIN Sport. Now, in saying that, the FAI are still confident. They reckon that it's just a matter of sorting out some finer details. It could be the length of contract. It could be the backroom staff. It could be the fact that they want a new head coach, not a manager, based in Ireland. And of course, Lee Carsley is from Birmingham. He was born, a proud Irishman, but born in England. So they are sticking points. But the FAI feel, and this was reported to the board meeting on Tuesday, we did a state of play for that. And that was a 4-hour meeting. There was training that day. There was the Pathways presentation from Mark Canham. And there was also a few other things spoken about. But of course, Mark Canham and Jonathan Hill updated the board on the state of play for, no pun very much intended. That's what we're about, the state of play of the hunt for the next manager. So they feel very confident, apparently. That's what's coming out. Okay, he's told his family no, apparently. But he hasn't come out and publicly taken himself out of the running. And also, he's kept the lines of communication open with the FAI. So they feel there's a chance. And let's be honest, the FAI want a new manager in situ by the 8th of February. That is next week. And that is for the Nations League draw in Paris. That was a deadline they set for themselves. That's not going to happen. However, we can forgive them for that. But they want him definitely in charge, or whoever in charge, before the March friendlies. Otherwise, that might get a little bit sticky. But they are willing to wait. But they obviously don't want to wait too long. And let's be honest, if they felt that this was a complete, dead in the water case, they would move on. But they feel that there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And we hope so. Because I tell you what, for Mark Canham, if you're the technical director and you're taking Irish football into the 21st century and you unveil Neil Lennon, you're in trouble. And that will not fly with football fans, and it will not with most football fans, Irish fans, and will not fly with the Irish media. And yeah, that would be a very bad situation. But that's where we're at the moment. They're confident. He said no, apparently, but not entirely out of the running. The FAI feel that they can twist his arm a little bit, and we'll see what it is. A couple of things, obviously, were backroom staff. The FAI maybe feel that they can be a little bit flexible on his backroom staff. Apparently, he wants full autonomy, and I think contract length, I've heard, might be an issue as well. I think they've offered a 4-year deal, 4.5-year deal. They want to tie him down. He likes to work on a rolling contract. That might be an issue as well. So there's all to play for, really, but nothing more than that, to be honest. And yes, if there is something announced between now and Sunday for the live episode, we will come out with an episode. We will try to get as much information from the media, break it down, and have a chat about it and get you guys involved. But that's it at the moment. It's just conjecture. Another thing we spoke about on the top of the podcast was the Irish transfer latest. So a few deals have gone through. It is deadline day. It did close at 11 o'clock on the 1st of February, a little over an hour ago at time of recording. A few last minute deals coming in. Joe Hodge, he was on the bench for Wolves in that 4-3 game against Man United. He has gone on loan to QPR from Wolves. That's a really good signing there. Hopefully now he'll get a few minutes because he needs some. He's at that stage there. Adam Ida, the Celtic, has been completed. However, there's no option to buy from Celtic, which is weird, but there you go. Another player desperately needs minutes, and he needs game time. So he needs goals, really. Chris Sutton was not pleased. He went out on social media. He was not pleased at all the news that they were going to sign Adam Ida. He said he's got potential, but he's always got potential. We need someone who's a bit more of the finished article. Hopefully working with a top coach like Brendan Rodgers. Say what you want about him. He is a top coach. He will probably get something out of him, we hope. And speaking of players that's a player going into Celtic, but a player coming out of Celtic is Mikey Johnston. He's gone on loan to West Bromwich Albion. Fantastic opportunity for that young man because, he's never let us down in green, that I can remember anyway. And yeah, if he can get cooking in a championship and he does the business there, it can only be good for the Republic of Ireland and only good for him as well. Maybe he can show Brendan Rodgers what he's missing out on, or actually secure a move to the championship. Actually, also I just saw an article there as well whilst doing a bit of research that Jason Malumbi might be out for the rest of the season. In fact, with a foot injury. So more on that as that breaks. Naj Razi has signed from Shamrock Rovers to Como Serie B. I think Naj Razi, I'm not up on the League of Ireland as much as I'd like to be, but apparently he was with Shamrock Rovers from the age of 5. I think I could be wrong on that. Do correct me. But he has left Shamrock Rovers to join Como in Serie B. So best luck to him. Another lad gone off to Italy. There's a few of them, actually. Colin Kavanagh, the son of Graham Kavanagh, friend of the pod, and does follow the page. He's gone to Bradford on a permanent deal. Surprising that, but that's another lad. He needs game time. He's done a fantastic job with the youth team, banging goals in left, right, and centre. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Maybe we'll get an opportunity with Bradford. Alan Brown had a bid by Salernitana. I'm butchering that. They are in Serie A. They are rooted to the bottom of Serie A, but Preston North End rejected that bid. Now, here's an interesting one. Alan Brown is the captain of Preston North End. He is out of contract in the summer. They have an offer on the table, but apparently he hasn't signed it yet, which is very interesting. But I think once he goes into the last 6 months of his contract, he can go to whoever he wants, but he clearly didn't want to go to Serie A. That's a bit weird, actually, because I read there that was rejected by Preston, but surely that would be him because it's 6 months, last 6 months of his contract. You can't trust the press, eh? Senan Mullen has gone from the Lily Whites Dundalk to Torino, who are in Serie A. They're actually Serie A, who are mid-table in Serie A, so they're doing quite well. So best luck to him. Nottingham Forest had a bid of £15 million for Caoimhín Kelleher, turned down by Liverpool. He, of course, is the number 2. Yeah, I mean, Forest are a basket case. To be fair, it's probably for the best for Kelleher, but he needs to move. And I don't want to hear this talk of, well, he's he's at the best place for him, really. He's really, yeah, Liverpool's going to learn from the best. No, he's sitting on the bench. He's played a handful of games. He needs to develop. When he's played for Ireland, when he's had to step in for Gavin Bazunu, he has been rusty because he hasn't played. He needs to move on now. I think he's 24. He needs to get out of there. But yeah, Nottingham Forest, probably not the right club. But £15 million, not a bad offer to sniff at. But I mean, who else would Liverpool have? They have Adrian or Adrian. I always think of Rocky. But they have Adrian there. Kelleher's the number 2, so it's probably will go in the summer. And obviously Klopp's gone in the summer too. But that's it with the transfers. Yeah, decent bit of business there anyway. Hopefully it works out for Adam Hyde and Mikey Johnston. Those two lads need as much. And Joe Hodge as well. Good. I hope they all work out, of course. But obviously Adam Ida, he's sniffing around that first team, and Mikey Johnson could be that winger that we desperately need as well to kick on. He's never let us down at Green, but I'd love to see him tear it up in the Championship. Also, we mentioned that Charlie O'Leary, who turned 100 on the 1st of February, and fair play to him. He still looks great, by the way. He was honoured by the FAI. They showed up at his house, probably unannounced, but FAI president Paul Cook, there he is. He looks like the Lord Mayor of Dublin with that thing around his neck. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, he presents a jersey to Charlie O'Leary. There were 100 on the back. Fantastic. I think it was framed, but he took it out of the frame. I had another one as well. Here's one actually with Paul McGrath. That looks like a Korea 2000, Korean Japan 2002 jersey there, and he's got O'Leary 100 on the back there. Fantastic stuff. It was a great story actually. I read about where when Ireland got in, I think Ray Houghton. When Ireland qualified for the quarterfinals in January, the penalty shootout against Romania, and Ray Houghton wanted a party, but he couldn't join the party because he had his family with him. So sorry lads, got to go off early. But actually Charlie O'Leary and Mick Byrne babysat for him so he could go off and party. Those guys are fantastic. Different era, of course, but Charlie O'Leary were the glue that held that team together. The mother hen of the mother hens of the Irish team back then, and they were fantastic. Those little things that just probably weren't appreciated fully at the time, but no, brilliant stuff there. And we wish Charlie O'Leary absolutely all the best. And looking great there. And also, just to finish up, something that was much to my chagrin anyway. I don't know if you watched, I got to watch Liverpool against Chelsea. Fantastic performance by Liverpool. Chelsea were obviously done. It could have been 7 or 8 now, but they were very lucky with 2 penalty calls, let's be honest. But one man shined, and that was Conor Bradley. Scored a fantastic goal. Striker's finish. I think he came from Dungannon Swifts, and we were talking about it in the WhatsApp group with all the writers. Same writers that write on greenmachinepodcast.com. And they just said that, he played as a striker for Dungannon Swifts. No surprise there. That finish, what a finish, covering for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And he also set up a wonderful goal for, I think it was Diaz, Nunes. Darren Nunes, yes. It was a fantastic header, but what a cross it was. This boy has all the talent, has the world of his feet, and he's from Ireland. He's not from the right Ireland. He's not from the Republic of Ireland, should we say. He's from Northern Ireland, and he's played already 13 times. And this photograph now is doing the rounds. And what could have been? And there he is, a young Conor Bradley in a nice Ireland jersey, which looks like from around 2012, is it? Or 2014 jersey. Conor Bradley, big Ireland fan there, and we didn't cap him. Apparently, the IFA, from what I heard, the lads were telling me in the group that, apparently we were sniffing around him and the IFA threw him into the seniors. And he's had 13 casts for the North. Let that be a lesson to you, Martin O'Neill. That's how you do it. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much. It was a very quick fire episode of State of Play. If there's any more breaking news or a new manager is actually announced, I was going to say launched, maybe Neil Lennon. No. If there's a new manager announced between now and Sunday, we will have a reactionary episode. We will have one for you there. We want to stay on top of this. And I think we have actually. We've done our best, and we're getting what the media are saying and try to put it out to you in something that makes sense, i.e. a video or an audio podcast. But we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. And as I said, if you like what you hear and you love what you see, hit that subscribe button. Go on to that QR code. There is a QR code floating about somewhere. And head over to our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want opinion, go over to thegreensheetpodcast.com. Anyway, I'm signing off. Thank you. Good night. And God bless.